welcome to this Euresearch info session on the Marie Skłodowska-Curie action, MSCA COFUND. My name is Véronique Sordet and I am one of the MSCA national contact points in Switzerland. Today, we will have the pleasure to give you some basic information about the MSCA COFUND action and how it is possible for Switzerland to participate. First of all, a word about who we are. Euresearch is the Swiss Guide for European Research and Innovation, funded by the Swiss government. We provide information, advice, and guidance on the European research and innovation programs. Our services are free of charge. We are present all over Switzerland and have divided the country into 10 regions called the regional offices. They are EU entry door for any question you may have about EU funding for research and innovation. Before I explain in more detail what COFUND is and how it works, I would like to give you a brief introduction to the MSCA. COFUND is one of the 5 MSCAs. The MSCA are designed to provide mobility training and career development for the researcher community. It's a bottom-up funding program, which means that it is open to all fields of science. Now, COFUND. What does it mean? COFUND stands for Co-Funding of Regional, National, and International Programs for Doctoral and Postdoctoral Fellowships. The funding is for the training and career development of researchers through co-funding mechanism. The aim of the action is to disseminate the best practices of the MSCA, including international, intersectoral, and interdisciplinary research training. It disseminates MSCA best practices by promoting high standards and excellent working conditions. Only institutions in EU member states or associated countries are eligible for funding in this mono-beneficiary action. The EU contribution is limited to 10 million euro per beneficiary per call. The maximum duration of the action is 60 months or 5 years. It includes the time needed to select and recruit the researchers. The minimum duration of each fellowship based on a full-time employment must be 3 months, and secondment, meaning the time you spent in another institution for training or others, can be up to 1/3 of the fellowship duration. A minimum of 3 researchers must be recruited for each COFUND action. COFUND proposal for training fewer than 3 researchers will be considered ineligible. This year's COFUND calls has been open since the 23rd of April with a deadline of the 26th September 2024. The results of the evaluation will be communicated to the applicants in December 2024, and if it goes according to plan, the grant agreement, meaning the contract between you, the beneficiary, and the European Commission, can be signed for March 2025, with the first possible date being around this date. Importantly, COFUND is mono-beneficiary. This means that all the money comes from the EU to one institution, the so-called beneficiary of the action. And then all individual researchers' position within an MSCA COFUND has to be published on the EURAccess portal. This is the EU portal for MSCA job offers. And the beneficiary receives a COFUND grant from the EU and supplement it with its own matching fund, because the funding rate is not 100%. It is a co-funded program that are supported. This means that the beneficiary set up either a doctoral or postdoctoral program within the EU money plus their own matching funds. And within this co-funded program, positions are offered to individual researchers. So within each COFUND program, doctoral or postdoctoral, researchers are recruited according to the MSCA standards. any kind of organization can participate to COFUND, from academic sector, international organization, or non-academic sector. COFUND, as I said, is a mono-beneficiary grant, but implementing partner can also be included. Such a project would have a cascading structure. I will come back to that. I explain now how institutions can participate in a COFUND project. There are 3 types of participation in a COFUND. As a beneficiary is the one who signed the contract with the European Commission and thus receive the funding. The beneficiary takes full responsibility for the implementation of the grant. As an implementing partner, they receive the funding from the beneficiary, need to find their own matching funds, and recruit MSCA fellow under the same COFUND program. As associated partner, they can participate in the action, for example, by providing training or hosting secondments. However, they do not receive any financial contribution from the EU and cannot employ MSCA fellow under this action. The main difference between an implementing partner and an associated partner is that the implementing partner must be located in an EU member state or associated country. Implementing partner can get money from the EU and employ researchers as official MSCA fellow, while the associated partner cannot. The contribution to the MSCA COFUND will be in the form of unit contribution. This table shows the unit contributions for the co-financing. The COFUND provides €3,003 per month per PhD candidate and €4,700 per month per postdoctoral candidate. The EU contribution can be used to support all cost items of the program: salary cost, mobility cost, family cost, research, training and networking costs, management and indirect costs. Individual cost items are fully or partially covered by other sources. Applicants must specify in the proposal the total cost of the proposed program and particularly the amount to be allocated to the researchers and to the organization. This information is needed to assess the adequacy of the employment and working conditions of the researchers. The monthly gross remuneration, meaning the salaries, social security contribution, tax and other costs or compulsory deduction linked to the remuneration under the national law, as well as the mobility cost for the researcher, must be provided. Now, you may be wondering, how does it work for participants based in Switzerland and COFUND? You may know Switzerland is negotiating its association to the program, but has still the status of a non-associated third country to the European program Horizon Europe. The consequences for COFUND are: Swiss institutions cannot apply for COFUND as a beneficiary. Swiss institutions can only participate as an associated partner. As associated partner, Swiss institutions are not eligible to receive European funding. However, the Swiss State Secretariat for Education, Research and Innovation, the SERI, can provide funding if the proposal is successful. Swiss institutions' costs do not count towards the European budget. This video is to show you how a cascading COFUND in Switzerland works. A beneficiary of a COFUND should be from an EU member state or associated country and complement its COFUND with their own funding. Additionally to that, a COFUND and cascading funding can have implementing partners. These implementing partners should also come with their own funding, but they get the other part from the beneficiary. Switzerland can only participate as an associated partner, meaning that they will get the funding from the SERI, but also have to come with their own funding. It means that they cannot receive funding from the beneficiary. How to include a Swiss associated partner in a COFUND proposal? The researchers employed at the Swiss institution are not part of the budget table in Part A of the proposal. Specify that the Swiss institution receive national funding, but provide also the same information here in the table in the Part B. For the impact part, impact emphasizes the international aspect of this COFUND. Put the importance of the international network for career perspective. For the quality and efficiency of the implementation, the third part of the proposal, the role of the associated or implementing partner and their activity contribution to the research training program should be described. A letter of commitment shall be also provided for implementing an associated partner in section 6 and must follow the template, including within the PDF file but outside the page limit. We can provide you with a template for this letter of commitment. A word now on the evaluation of the COFUND proposal. Proposal will be evaluated by experts on the basis of the award criteria excellence, impact, and quality and efficiency of the implementation. Points are awarded for each section, each of these criteria, and not for the different aspects listed in the work program. Each criterion will be scored out of 5, 5 being the maximum number. Scores will be awarded to 1 decimal place will be subject to a weighting factor of 50% for excellence, 30% for impact, and 20% for implementation. Proposal with an equal score higher than 70% will be considered for funding within the limit of the available budget for the call. Other proposal will be rejected. So, as a take-home message, you benefit when joining a COFUND project as an associated partner with the national funding are: for the researchers, advanced training for career development, recognition of excellent science, connected to an international and intersectoral research program. For you, as an organization and the host organization, international collaboration, access to talent co-funded by national funding, and spreading the MSCA best practices by employing a Swiss-funded fellow. The average COFUND success rate in Horizon Europe has been around 25%. So if you intend to submit a COFUND proposal as a Swiss-based institution and therefore participate as an associated partner, please contact us. So my main message is, yes, Switzerland can participate to Horizon Europe and in MSCA COFUND as associated partner. Last but not least, I have included here the success story of Marie Jones, a COFUND fellow. Just follow the QR code to access it. Do not hesitate to contact us. The MSCA NCP team will be happy to support you. Thank you for your attention and all the best with your proposal preparation.